Most people are doing what they're doing simply because everyone else is doing it. And of course, by doing that, they're getting the results that most other people are getting, which is not happiness, success, and living a truly fulfilling life. And if you really think about this, if people were telling you what to do, and they themselves were doing it, if they weren't getting good results in their life from doing it, wouldn't you question it? I mean, imagine this, and this is a bit of a silly example, but imagine if you arrive in a small town and everybody there is jumping off a high cliff. And most of them are getting injured and some are even dying. And they say to you, come join us, be a part of us, be a part of our group, let's do this together. Now, what would you think? Now, I know it's a silly example, but I think you get the point. But sadly, this is what most people are doing with their lives. They're just doing things that don't work because everyone else is doing them. And because they don't know what to do instead. What will really make a difference to their life. So the truth is, if you want happiness, fulfillment, success in your life, you're going to have to do something different to what everyone else is doing. Because everyone else, or most other people, are not experiencing true joy and happiness in their life. And that's not to be heartless or uncaring about other people, it's just the truth. And if you really care about the welfare of others, the best thing you can do is lead by example. Show them a different path. Show them a way that they can truly become happy and fulfilled in their life. And show them by your results. So in saying all of this, maybe there's something in this idea of not watching the news. I mean, everyone else is doing it. But everyone else is suffering from a lack of success. So maybe there's a connection between watching the news and a lack of success. Well, it turns out there is a connection, and that's what we're going to explore. You know, personally, I haven't watched the mainstream news for more than a decade. And the funny thing is, at about the same time as when I stopped watching the news, that's when my life started turning around dramatically and for the better. Okay, so let's look at this idea of not watching the news, of how watching the news is a success killer. Now, one of the objections that people throw at me when I suggest this is what I've just mentioned earlier, which is, I have to know what's going on in the world so that I'm prepared. But that leads to the first reason why watching the news is not a good idea, and in fact is really a waste of your time, and that is because a lot of what you see as the news simply isn't true. Or more specifically, how do you know that it's true? Are you sure that what you're watching, that you're being told the truth? You don't know, do you? You're just assuming that it's true. But you're not really watching what is actually happening. You're watching what somebody has chosen to show you about what is happening.